Honestly, recording today felt so weird because it's like I hadn't recorded in a while because for the holidays I didn't record, but I recorded beforehand. I batch recorded. So then like picking up my phone again and just recording, it's kind of like, whoa. A little trippy, a little bit weird, but... Hey guys, welcome back to Angie's Corner. My name is Angie. Here on my channel, I discuss various military-related subjects from a military spouse's perspective. I am soon going to be shipping out to basic training, so we are going to be dual military. Today, I decided to record a video about how to read your LES. If you don't know what an LES is, it's your leave and earnings statement. I'm not even gonna lie, I did record this video once, edit it all, I was ready to post it, and I didn't feel great about the video, I'm not gonna lie. I just made a lot of mistakes, I had to do a lot of cutting and I don't know, it was not that great, honestly, and I had to redo it. So this is me trying to record it again and get it out there. This video was actually supposed to go up on January 6th, and as you can clearly see, it's no longer January 6th. Without further ado, let's just get right into how to read your LES. First and foremost, I'm not going to get way too nitty-gritty just because everyone's LES is going to look different. But this is for the most part how you can understand the numbers a bit better. Because I know when you first look at it, you're kind of like, what the heck is this? I know when I saw my husband's LES statement the very first time, I had absolutely no idea what it was that I was looking at. I will make sure to provide a photo of the statement example. This is just one that I found online. It does not have anybody's personal information on here because, of course, that would not be okay to have someone's personal information on a video. So I did find this online as a source. So it's not mine, it's not my husband's. I don't know whose this is. It does not even tell you whose it is. But without further ado, let's get started. So first and foremost, of course, the very tippy top of your LES statement is going to have all the information identifying you. So of course your name, your social security number, your grade, which is your pay grade. So for service members, y'all call each other whatever you are. So private, private first class, sergeants, so on and so forth. But as civilians and spouses mostly who are not in the military, we tend to define who our service members are by their grade. So we'll say like E5, E6, so on and so forth, So yes, you have the grade, you have your pay date, so when you're getting paid for that specific timing, your years of service. The reason why it's important to also have your grade and years of service is because that will determine what your base pay is. So base pay works across all of the military branches. Basically what you do is you look at what your pay grade is, so your rank, and how many years you have been in service. And there is a chart, and the chart will tell you how much is your base pay. So no matter what branch of the service you're in, if you are an E5 with 4 years, you're going to have the same exact base pay. Your ETS on there is your expiration term of service. So it just basically lets you know when your contract is ending. So that information is there for you. You'll have your branch, whatever branch you're serving in. You'll have, of course, the distributing station symbol number, along with your identifying information at the tippy top. You will also obviously have what your finance office number is. It's a number that identifies where the money's coming from and your period covered. So whether you're being paid twice a month or once a month, it will tell you for what period they are paying you for. Next, we have the middle section, and it's nicely divided up into 4 different sections. You have your entitlements. So your entitlements are very particular to you, okay? Not every 2 people are gonna have the same exact entitlements. So everyone is going to have a base pay, okay? Your base pay is taxable, and that's where it's going to show you what your base pay is. Next, if you are a married soldier, okay, I'm going to be talking from an Army soldier perspective because that's what I know. But if you are an Army soldier that is married, you are no longer living in the barracks, so therefore you will be receiving BAS and BAH. In order to determine what your entitlement amount is, it depends on the zip code that you live in, because each zip code is different. So for example, if you live in El Paso, Texas, your BAH is going to be smaller than if you are in California. Things in California are more expensive, so they need to give you more BAH. And if you don't understand any of these acronyms, I do have a video linked below where I go over all the acronyms that you need to know. Your BAH depends on what your rank is, what your zip code is, and if you do or do not have dependents and how many. With your BAS, they also need if you do or do not have dependents and your rank. So for BAH, just keep in mind, your BAH is not always going to be the same. I'm not sure about your BAS. I'm not sure if that's also dependent on your zip code, but I know for a fact that BAH definitely is. Keep in mind also that there are other entitlements. For example, if you are overseas, you will be getting COLA. You will also get OHA. OHA it's the money that you use in order to pay for wherever you're living. So instead of receiving BAH, you will receive OHA. Now, if you are a single soldier, okay, you are automatically going to be living in the barracks. So since the military will be providing you with a place to live, you will not get BAH because they're already providing you with housing, which is the barracks. So indirectly, it's kind of like you're already paying for the barracks. So you're not receiving any money. Same with BAS. You're not going to receive any money because you are already going to the DFAC. They automatically take out a specific amount of money for the DFAC. So you might as well utilize it because you're not going to be getting extra BAS food when they're already providing you with food that is taken out automatically. There are other entitlements like base pay. I think there's per diem, separation pay. If you honestly want to know all the different type of entitlements and what entitlements qualify for you, I will put a link down below so you can check it out and you can see what you're entitled to. Just because, like I said, everybody's situation is different and everybody's entitlements can be different. So whatever you are entitled to, that's where you're going to see what you qualify for and how much you're receiving for it. Next, you have your deductions. You know, that's your taxes, your Social Security, Medicare. Depending on which 401k you have, whether it's TSP, which is the old one, or BRS, which is the new one, that's also where they're going to be deducting your amount. So anything that is deducted out of your pay, you will see in that column under deductions. Under the third column, you have allotments. The way that allotments works is if you choose that you want your money to go to different areas, like different bank accounts, that's where you can see where it goes. So, I mean, this specific one that I'm looking at, it also has a discretionary allotment and TRICARE dental. So that's what that is. And it'll tell you exactly how much is there. And then you'll just have a summary report of everything, that all the money that you're receiving, all the deductions, so on and so forth. Got it? Got it. All right. And then you have the very bottom. Honestly, I feel like the very bottom is kind of the boring part, but it does really help you kind of stay organized. That is basically, well, you have obviously different sections. First, you have your leave, so it'll let you know how much leave time you have earned currently, how much you have already used, how much you are estimated to get in the time before the end of your contract, how much you've lost. Keep in mind that it is a use or lose situation. I believe my husband told me that you can only have up to 60 days, and anything above 60, you're gonna lose those days, so you have to use them. And he said that they disappear after the end of the fiscal year. So just make sure that you are on top of that. The way that it works in the military is every month you earn 2.5 days of leave time. Next, you have your FICA taxes, you got your pay date, you know, all of that boring information, honestly. You know, if you ever need to know more specifics about like the itty bitty little things, there's so many references online that you can truly look at. I'm just not going to get into it because, like I said, it's just really boring. It's very monotone to go over. I don't think people are gonna watch that. I'm just gonna be honest. If I was listening to myself, I'd just exit out. Next. And then lastly, you have whatever 401k you have. I put it in quotes because if you're under the old system, you have TSP, which is your thrift savings plan. And if you are under the newer system, you have BRS, which stands for Blended Retirement System. So for example, my husband, he's under the old system, so he has TSP. I am going to be under the new system, so I will be having BRS. So the only thing that I'm just going to add is just remember to continuously check your LES and make sure that every information in there is accurate to the best of your knowledge. Just because things can go unnoticed or papers can take a while to get processed. For example, if you are a single soldier and then you get married, you need to make sure that you change up all of your information in order to apply to be receiving BAS and BAH, as well as for them to stop taking out payments for the DFAC. Because once you're married, like I mentioned, you know, you're no longer in the barracks, so they no longer should be taking out pay. I will link a video down below that is a really great resource as to the different forms that you need and what you need to file in order to make sure that you make that switch in your account. And make sure you are on top of it. Keep in touch with your sergeants. I'm sure that they can help you so much, just because I've heard some horror stories about finance. I don't know what goes on over there, but I've heard it can take a while for like BAH to hit, or they'll lose paperwork, or things are just not moving along. So sometimes you just need someone with a good authoritative position to just push this stuff through. So just keep that in mind. Just make sure that everything looks as accurate as possible. And most definitely, if you have something big that's changing in the military, you want to make sure that all information on the statement is the correct statement, okay? Because let's be honest, you want to make sure that you're getting all the money you are entitled to. As far as taxes go, I know BAS and BAH are non-taxable. Base pay is taxable. I'm not sure about all other entitlements. I don't know if any of the other entitlements are taxable or not. But like I said, any further information where you would want to see what your entitlement is for BAS, for BAH, for COLA, for OHA, or some people call it OHA, I will leave all the different links down below, just because I think that they are very helpful so that you can understand your numbers a little bit better. And I think that's everything. I mean, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. I would be more than happy to try to answer any questions that you may have. So guys, until my next video, bye. Your ADSN, DSN, and don't mind my buddy over here. I swear, I'm always breaking out right over here, and I have no idea why. Like, I'll have acne, that one specific spot will go away, and then another one will come. So annoying.